Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. This is general or collective, so parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. This is also timely, so if you are watching it at this time, it's perfect for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? Well, okay, so we do have for, just double checking here, we do have for the underlying energy for the reading, we have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is representing peace of mind. This is about wanting to have peace of mind and laying your mind to rest. So you may be in a situation where it looks like where your mind is maybe racing. And this is about talking about laying your mind down and going to your heart and communing through meditation and prayer with the Most High, and hanging your subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind on the wall so that your heart can, you can feel your heart and what your authentic desires are. On this stained glass window, we have the word Pax, P-A-X, and this is saying peace of mind. Now, this card has been coming up quite a bit because of the energy I feel of Chiron having gone retrograde on August 3rd. And so a lot of people are feeling a lot of stress in the world right now. And this is saying that you need to take some time for yourself and chill out and connect with, strong vibrational energy to replenish and recharge your battery. And this is talking about the Hierophant, and it's talking about, this is from my Oracle Tales from the Vector, and this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. The dragonflies in my Oracle are representing adaptability, the mastery of life on the wing, so that you can adjust to situations without getting stressed out. And the dragonflies were originally, when the helicopters were first engineered, they used the dragonfly and observed the dragonfly to be able to figure out how to build a helicopter to be able to fly like a dragonfly. And because they can go straight up and down, they can do all sorts of maneuvers, aerial maneuvers, and they also can hover for extended lengths of time. So it's talking about that adaptability in the energy. The Hierophant energy traditionally in the tarot is talking about like traditional structure, and we do have the Hierophant here in the tarot as well. So this is a big theme in this reading. It's talking about justice. There's justice that needs to come in. And this is from my Oracle, and now this would be the traditional Hierophant. And he is got his right hand in the form of a blessing, and this is saying if you're on the right side of spiritual and physical law, that this is going to be a blessing for you when this justice comes through. And if you're on the wrong side, well, it's time for you to pay your dues. And this represents traditional structure in religion. And, so it can be talking about, if you have whatever religion you're in, whatever church you go to, the high up energy. So this could be rabbis, gurus, popes, cardinals, bishops, that sort of energy. Do you want to come up, Stella? Come. Sorry, my cat just discovered I was doing a reading and she wants to join in. And so the Hierophant then is responsible for bringing that energy down to the traditional structures on the planet. And this is also talking about, on a more spiritual level, if you prefer to meditate and pray without the intermediary, this is bringing that energy down from the spiritual to the physical in that way. So we do have two Hierophants out here. So and this is the underlying energy for the entire reading. So some sort of justice needs to be had here. We have an Empress here. So the Empress is talking about a very powerful manifester. She is sitting on her throne, and she is sometimes considered to be pregnant with possibility. She has the ability to manifest with ease, and she hasn't always been this way. The Empresses are said to have the qualities of all four queens from the minor arcana because they've had so much life experience. They've been very determined to stay on their destined path. They accomplish a lot through experience, and that raises them up to the vibration of the Empress. And the way she manifests is like she does have a magic wand there, but she knows you. That's not the whole story. The wheat at her feet represents bumper crops, which she's known to have. Now, but if this is how she puts her manifesting into place. She makes a plan. So if she's, okay, I want to grow a crop. What kind of crop? Wheat. Okay, which field is the best field to grow the wheat in? And then she'll have the soil tested and to see if it needs amending and if maybe it needs fertilizing, what does it need? Also, all the stones and the rocks that could damage the expensive seeding and harvesting equipment need to be picked off the land so that it's not a problem. And then she waits for the most opportune time to sow the seeds. Once that's accomplished, she's an organic farmer, so she doesn't spray. So, she after that, she's done everything that she has planned to do. She knows exactly how much time, money, energy she wants to invest in planting this and sowing this crop. And she's done that to the best of her ability. Once it's sown, she just lets it go. She waves her wand and says, okay, universe and nature, do your thing. Grow me another bumper crop. Now, she might come out there and do a rain dance or two if needed. But other than that, until harvest, she's not going to worry about it. She's going to have faith that the universe and nature will come through as they have in the past. And she begins another project that she would like to manifest. She's in the flow of the energy and is on easy mode. She has an easy button. And then we have the energy of a mind that's racing, and this is the energy I was talking about here. A lot of people are feeling this way right now, and I do feel in big part it's because we have we're in the in between in an eclipse season, and on August 12th, which was 4 days ago from when I'm doing this reading, there was a new moon total solar eclipse. And then on August 28th, we'll have a lunar eclipse, and it's a full moon. And so this energy is very intense, that in-between stage. It's kind of like being in this kind of heavy energy, and it's like, oh, everything feels like it's moving so slow. And so that energy is it feels kind of like stuck energy, but it's just about getting prepared to go into the next eclipse part. And then after that, we're in that energy for about 6 months. It is an awesome time to put plans into place like the Empress and to rest up. Because a lot of people are feeling this energy anyway, so you may as well rest up and look after yourself. That's what it's saying. And this is also talking about having a racing mind, and quite often this can represent, this adult and child without baggage represents that inner child energy. And it's saying that maybe your subconscious mind needs some healing, and this energy, is to get out of this rough water. The rough water in tarot represents mixed emotions, combined emotions, volatile energy, as well chaos around you. And so this is you wanting to go off to smoother waters. The conveyor represents this prayer and meditation as a way to reach the Most High. And he has to dig very deep with this long pole to push off from the mud, to quiet the mind and stop thinking and feel. So it's something that you have to train your mind to work for you rather than against you. And I feel this is saying that there's something bothering you, probably from the subconscious mind. It's formed by the time we're 6 or 7, and it's really the thoughts of the people that were in charge of our care. So depending on your childhood, there could be an energy there that is affecting your ability to chill out right now. And this is healing energy. And once you do this, I feel like it feels like you've been stuck in some sort of energy. The hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he's hanging upside down because he wants to gain a new perspective, and he wants to look at something from all angles. And it's talking, when his aura gets bright, he comes down from the tree and he takes action. And that's kind of talking about this same energy of meditating. But this can sometimes represent that you've been hanging there a while now and you're getting a headache and you're like, okay, can I come down now? And this can also talk about like kind of stuck energy. So this is how you're going to unstick the energy, because the Wheel of Fortune starts turning after you do this. And then when you're satisfied, okay, that's the direction I want to take here, that's when the Wheel of Fortune starts turning, when you make your decision that you want to step into this new energy. And so the Wheel of Fortune is the past, the present, and the future all synchronizing to come together in the now moment. And this is talking about, there's 3 wheels here. On one of them, there are the Hebrew letters for the name of God. And this is actually tetragrammaton. And this is a sacred geometric symbol representing the perfect equalization of all forces and the divine order in the universe and in God's plan. And so this is quite often when we're fighting the energy, and if we just surrender to God's plan, then we can just kind of let go for a while and take a deep breath and go, okay, the universe and God have me covered. This is like the Empress. She doesn't question it. She knows that she's covered. And then we have this, there's been definitely some regret and remorse. And the cups represent love and tarot. So if you've ever heard the saying, don't cry over spilt milk, this is pretty much representing that energy. We have 3 cups here that have spilt their liquid, and there's no getting it out of the ground after that. This has to be accepted as a loss. And in matters of romantic love, quite often this can talk about, we have 2 glasses of wine here and 1 glass with another liquid in it that could have been poisonous to the couple. And it's talking about, probably a third-party energy. And if this can also represent, though, an energy of anyone or anything you love. So it could be family, friends, business partners, whatever this is. And you and they possibly are in regret and remorse over what's happened, but you can't undo it. And the best thing to do in this situation is turn around and recognize that there's 2 cups still standing, and be grateful that they are, because you have something to work with. So you can appreciate these cups, walk down the path, cross the bridge over troubled water, and get to your castle to heal. And this is talking also about, if you notice this castle, it looks like it's half standing and half dilapidated. So this energy is saying you need to have a good attitude. Is the cup half full, or is the cup half empty? And then we have the 5 of Wands energy, which is talking about immature competition. So it feels like you've been battling something. Like sometimes this can represent sibling rivalry. You may have been raised in a family with a lot of siblings, and maybe you always kind of felt like you were the odd duck out or something. This can also represent being bullied in school, just not feeling like you fit in. It's my Mean Girls card, so it's representing people, think of narcissistic cheerleaders. They're in grade 6 to grade 12 and they made the team, and so they're all that. But now they're at a competition and they have to win that trophy. And there's another team there that's better than them, and they're freaking out because they're like, what are we going to do? And instead of watching the other team and learning from them and being inspired by them, so that the next time they come out in the competition, they think of ways that they can trip the other team up. so that they make a big mistake and then they get the trophy. And if they don't succeed, their mothers will pull strings behind the scenes to do it. It's that type of energy where it's just really immature. When you start to mature, you realize that, hey, if I'm in a competition, it's really with myself. Can I keep my shift together when there's stress? Like when I'm under anxiety, can I keep it together so that I do my very best performance? If everybody agrees to do even 1% better than they did at the last competition and they work at it, that's huge on a team. People think, oh, you have to be 100% better than someone else to win, but you only have to be 1% better. And then we have the energy of the shift disturber. So he's sneaking away with these swords, and he's a walking contradiction. We're not quite sure what he's up to. But we have here 2 swords planted, and the swords, you know, this energy is talking about sometimes he's sneaking away here with these other 5 swords. Now, we don't know why. If he's a thief, he's not a thief in the night. Like, look at him. He's got this bright red cap and these bright red boots on, and he's in total daylight here. So this sometimes can represent innovative thinking, but innovative about what? Because this also can represent someone who's sitting at their desk pushing paper. And this can represent intellectual material or patents, and sometimes this can represent, you know, white-collar crimes like money laundering and embezzlement and forgery and identity theft, that type of thing. So we can see from his body language that he has to look over his shoulder to be safe, and he is on his tiptoes. Now, what bothers me the most about this is how he's carrying these swords, because I've never seen anyone carry swords like this before. And it might be the mother in me, but if he trips, he could lose his hands. Like, this is so dangerous. And if he's like this with his own energy, how do you think he would be with someone else's? And along with this energy, this can also represent the 7-year itch, where he might be out and about on his lunch hour with a third-party energy. So we'll see what's going on with that here. We've got a reward from the Most High and the universe saying, because you've been on so I feel definitely you're in this Empress energy. And the reward for you, because you've been following your North Star, you're in your North Node on your path of glory, is a reward of Pentacles. That's why you're such a powerful manifester, because you don't try and cheat and do things the hard way. You're always moving forward. Like, it's wanting to be the best version of yourself just automatically. It's like you love the challenge of it. You don't need to cheat or take from anyone else, or this is an energy. You put the work in, and you are constantly doing your best to improve your ability to do whatever you are doing. And we have this energy, taking action here. So this energy can be talking about starting a new project, something that you launched. It could be this crop. This crop could represent anything that you want to be working on. Now, this can also be talking about the actions of this competition and this sneaky directing energy towards you, because they want that reward. It's kind of like that's the trophy. That's what I'm picking up here. So you launch it, and they're saying, we want it. Wow. And then we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is talking about, there could be illusions from your childhood for sure, because this is talking about, we have 6 cups here, and there's 2 children playing in the yard with these plants. But then when we look closer, no, this is a gnome and this is a little woman. And from the back, she looks like a hag, and from the front, she looks like a young woman. And they're both wearing this white mitt. Neither one wants the flowers. But the old hag is saying, go away, we don't want your stupid flowers. They're not yours to give away. The younger version doesn't want the flowers either, but she's a people pleaser. So she's being really nice. Would you, it's like an energy of over-explaining and saying, well, we don't want to get our white mitt dirty. She doesn't want the flowers either. And this energy is saying, if someone comes back into your life that has put you in a lot of stress, are you going to invite them back in? Or are you going to look after yourself and say, no, I'm done with that energy. I want new energy. I want ACE. ACEs represent a new energy. And this is a promise not just of more money, it's talking about lifestyle. And so having all the love and the money and the doing what you love to do, and having like this this really passionate energy for launching projects and enjoying life. And so this card also, another illusion in this card is talking about the flowers here, because the flowers, white flowers in tarot represent innocence, but these flowers aren't innocent. They are from the nightshade family. And you would never let children play with these, because if they ingest them or pets, they could become very sick. This is actually datra, and datra is sometimes used by shamans when they are doing their best to heal, like they create visions in their ceremonies for people who are trying to heal this inner child energy. So but they're working with adults, and they know what they've been doing. They've been doing it for centuries. The person in the back watching over the children is actually just someone walking down the path. So this is talking about, it could be talking about reconciliation after something that was really challenging for you. And this is saying, are you going to allow someone back into your life that has already proven to you that they want to put you in this energy, or are you just going to forgive them? Forgiveness, if you want to reconcile with someone, that would totally be up to you. But when, you can forgive someone and never even tell them. Forgiveness is for yourself so that you can heal from it and then move on with your life without resentment, and open your heart back up to manifest at a high level and to have what you want in life. And so this is talking about that energy. Like, if you could forgive someone and forgive yourself and whoever you are forgiving, and never even speak to them again. It's not an obligation. So it's talking about, again, are you going to do what's best for you, or are you going to be guilted or talked into something you don't want to do out of, it's almost like sympathetic sadness. Or are you going to go for the opportunities? And look at this. We have two black holes. Like, this is pretty clear. Are you going to go after this black hole again? Or are you going to go after this one where there's all this opportunity coming in? And so this is saying that there's so many opportunities open to you. And isn't it interesting? Because we have the 7 of Cups here after the 6 of Cups. So I feel this depends on your choice. Are you going to go back to this energy, or are you going to go back to this energy? And this is you're like a black hole, just sucking this opportunity in. And like a black hole, you have to be able to see through the smoke and be able to discern, okay, which one of these opportunities do I want to take? And which one would be best for me? And like a black hole, you're the center of your universe. So you put the spin on it and you decide. We have a cup of beauty here, and it's saying, do you want to put a lot of energy and effort into your beauty and focus only on that? Or do you want and ignore your inner beauty? Then you're not going to be as beautiful as you want to be, because beauty comes from within. This is a shrouded figure. We don't know what's under there. It could be bad, it could be good, it could be ugly. We have a snake here. Now, some people would say, keep me away from that snake. It's a yellow-bellied coward slithering through the grass. And other people would say, what an awesome opportunity to shed my skin and, revitalize myself and have a rebirth. The castle can represent, castles are beautiful to have, but they can be very isolating. For one thing, they're built on the edge of cliffs, and so they're hard to get to. But the other reason is they're very big and they're expensive to keep. So if you have a big castle to maintain, it could use up, most of your funds, and then you're house poor and you don't have you can't engage in other opportunities. There's a bouquet of flowers here. Are you going to enjoy being part of the group and part of the beauty of the bouquet, or are you going to be jealous because one of the flowers is brighter or bigger than you? And we have this laurel wreath here, and this is saying victory. And it's also what they lay on coffins. And then we have the dragon energy. Are you going to be afraid of dragons and think everything's evil in the world, or are you going to embrace the power that, you know, my dragons are from the future, and they are very powerful and they're full of love. So, you know, don't judge a dragon by its cover. And then we have, look at this, new passion coming in. So this is up to you. Like it's saying you could, you know, this could be a new passionate love coming in, or new passion coming in for doing something that you've always wanted to do, that you would love to do. And so are you going back to the old energy, or are you going to take a chance on this energy? And then we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is all about this energy of being a visionary and tackling new projects and launching new projects. He is considered the sexiest king of the bunch, and he is also considered to, like, he's very charismatic and has a really good attitude about life. He loves tackling new projects and finding new and innovative ways to do things. Now, this is sitting on this energy here. And so this is sometimes representing innovative energy. But if this is your energy, it could also represent that maybe someone stole your intellectual material or patents or something that you were working on. It's you know, because we have this need for this justice to come in. We have two Hierophants here. So this could be justice for two people that maybe are coming together to be passionate with each other. We could have the Empress getting together with the King of Wands. Now remember, all of the characters in tarot are not gender specific. So they're archetypes. They're representing masculine and feminine energy. And look at this, like the energy here of the salamanders chasing their circle with their tail in a circle with the lion is representing the power of like protection from fire, because he is from the element of fire. But a while back I saw this face here and there's two eyes and a mustache, and then smoke coming out of the nose and mouth, and I can't unsee it. Every time I look at it, it makes me laugh. But this could be saying that he's smoking hot, because he is. But it also can say where there's smoke, there's fire. So this type of energy can be talking, look, we have smoke here. And so this could be talking about having the passion to bring all these opportunities into being with you, and launching like maybe 8 projects of, you know, or like if you're super ambitious over time, right? But this also can be talking sometimes the King of Wands, where there's smoke, there's fire. And the King of Wands is not likely to settle down till later in life. All of the fire signs are like that. They are a little bit, they really cherish their independence and they really cherish their freedom. But this energy, if he sees you as his Empress, it's not that he can't settle down. He just won't settle until he finds the right person to settle down with. And then look at this, a cup of love coming in. So I guess maybe we have the answer. And maybe the justice is just like getting together and having this beautiful life, and two powerful manifestors. And quite often this energy, like this is the knight in shining armor with a real offer of love, dressed to the nines and classy, and you know, it's a good solid offer. It's a happy ending. We have from the bottom to the top of the pyramid and back down, we do have the Empress. So saying powerful manifesting through your life experience, and your attitude of just having a really good attitude about enjoying working on things, enjoying on testing yourself to see if you can get better and better and better. And then this is taught at doing something that you love to do. So it doesn't feel like work when it's like that. And then we have the universe and God conspiring to bring in this this pentacle energy. And this is, it looks like justice for you being able to for staying on your path, and that you deserve a good partner, and that you could really do a lot of good for the world here, launch a lot of things. And it's talking about this new cup of love, new passion, new lifestyle, and all of that, letting go of the smoke and mirrors and going for the opportunities, letting go of the illusions. You're taking the time to heal whatever has happened here. And you notice that this card is in between this energy. And so sometimes this could talk about this stealing some part of you away, like that. I don't know, something, maybe a brilliant idea you had and you were poo-pooed as a child, and now you're starting to remember it and it's coming back to you. Could be that type. And this is talking, because this is talking in the past, you have had some sort of energy in love, and it could have been this third party 7-year itch energy. So we're going to clarify now with the oracle cards for those that want clarification. If you're leaving the reading here now, thank you for your time and energy, and your likes, comments, and shares. I really appreciate them. And we're going to clarify now, and the cards, the numbers on these cards represent the paintings in the order that I have them on my, oh, look at that, on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I'll put them in the order they appear here in the description box below. And then that will give you further clarity if you want to look them up. Wow, we've got like the moon energy, which we were talking about. So I feel that this is confirming this energy of, you know, if you're feeling kind of heavy right now, to take some time for yourself here. You see how chill the Empress is? She gets a lot done, but she doesn't stress herself out doing it. She knows, okay, I've done everything, you know, that I can do. And, you know, I've done to the best of my ability. That's what I'm willing to do. I mean, you could keep on worrying about it and keep doing more and more and more, or you could just say, this is good enough. I've done my best. This is what I agreed with myself I would do. This is about disciplining your mind and being engaged in this energy. Like this, when the energy feels like you're caught in between like that, sometimes you might be in a power struggle, in a tug of war with some sort of energy here. And you know what the best thing to do is just let go of the rope and just chill out. And we have justice coming in here. So this is definitely saying that there is justice. And what is it? It's sitting on this energy from when you were a child. There's something there for you that's keeping you stuck, maybe choosing people in your life that weren't maybe as passionate about you as you would have liked. You know, it also could be, if it's not about love, it could just be about having, like, the justice is having this new passion for life again, having the rewards so that you can actually, you don't have to worry about how are you going to do it. You have enough to do what you want to do. And that's when you're on your North Node. That's when things just fall into place for you. We have the Hermit energy here. And the Hermit, you know, we talked about that energy of, you know, going inward. And the Hermit energy, it's another version of that, climbing the mountain to be able to, and it's sitting here on this energy here. So at 9/11, there was some sort of emergency that came up. There was something significant, because the Hermit comes after a dark night of the soul, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm climbing a mountain and I'm isolating myself, and I'm not coming down until I know what to do. And so climbing the mountain is representing, you know, isolating somewhere where you know people aren't going to bother you, and wanting to commune and pray and meditate and get yourself like into this energy so that you can receive the information you need from the universe and from the Most High, and knowing the steps to take on a high level here. So this unstuck energy, this is kind of relying on your own perception, and this is relying on God's. 911, calling an emergency. I can't do this on my own. I need help. That's okay to ask for. That's what this is saying. It's okay to ask for help if you need it. And we have disruption. And disruption is what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. Well, isn't that the truth? If there's a third-party energy, I'm sure they're having more fun if you're than the one who's left out of that energy and finds out, oh, surprise. So this is a tactic. If you disrupt someone's life, then they can't focus on getting this. And then, but that, if there's enough people going for it, well, then they can focus on that while you're focusing on being so sad. And then we have the manifester. So this is talking again about this high level. And look at, we have number 32 here, Cancer on the Empress, and we have number 23, like it's like a 32, 23, the numbers, and a 9/11, disruption. And this adds up to 11. I don't know why the numbers matter in this reading, but apparently they do. And so, and then we have this adding up to 5, and we have 2 Hierophants. So there's something going on here with numbers. It's a numbers game, being the odd one left out energy, a numbers game though. I don't know what that means, but it might mean something to you. And then we have the superstar energy. In case you didn't know it, you are a star. And this is talking about opening up your throat chakra and speaking your truth and being able to really be your authentic self, and creating harmony in your life with your words, and expecting that back in exchange from others. And then we have all-star. Wow, look at this. So you're a superstar and you are an all-star. You might be a talented athlete. And maybe you are blessed with a lot of different qualities, or maybe one of you is a talented athlete and the other one is a talented musician, something like that, or someone who speaks for their living. It could be that energy. But this is saying, again, use your third eye. Really, again, what a powerful time in the middle, in between stages there, to get, just to really honor yourself and realize, okay, how am I going to set things up to be like on August 28th when the next eclipse happens. You want to be ready for it, and like, okay, I know what I want and ready to move forward. And we have the Emperor at the top. So, so this sometimes this can be that the King of Wands is an emperor, and this is the energy that he's in, or this could be someone other than the King of Wands. But I have a feeling that in this reading, you're either the King of Wands and you're a high-level performance. This is again, just like the Queen here, it's like talking about having all 4 kings rolled into one person. And so by the two of you getting together, and this could say that the Empress looks towards the King of Wands as her emperor, and he looks at her as his empress. This is a very passionate relationship, and it's also it's almost like 9/11, because the world needs people that are powerful, that are in their power, supporting each other to do good on the earth at this time. We could use a lot more good on the earth for sure. There's no doubt about that. I really like this reading. I feel like it's like, that we've got double Hierophants, we've got an Emperor and an Empress. And yeah, we've got a lot of really, really top level manifestation energy here. I do hope you've enjoyed it as well. Thank you for your likes, comments, and your subscribes. I really appreciate them all. And I'll be back with another daily reading for you again tomorrow. Bye for now.